New York Knicks fans, welcome to a new session of Knicks Bros TV here on Knicks Couch Report. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Sorry guys, just been really busy with work. Baseball season's right around the corner. Really looking forward to tomorrow's game. I'm really happy that the Mets this year have a good potential. We have a really good lineup as far as our pitching is concerned. I really think Matt Harvey's going to have a good season, and the if with Matt Harvey is if he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, I really think the Mets are able to make some moves. Maybe down the road we're able to get a hitter or something for us to be able to put up some points. Something with Matt Harvey, he's got that New York factor, meaning he's got the same thing I feel like Derek Jeter had, where he can do well under that circumstances that he's under and be able to prosper. And Matt Harvey definitely has that. He has that New York thing about him, that confidence level. The same thing Joe Namath might have had, Patrick Ewing had, Lawrence Taylor, all those guys that are able to shine under very high circumstances. So I'm definitely looking forward to the season. Let's start talking about basketball here. Obviously, it's been a very awful season for the New York Knicks. Can't even recall the last time they won a game. My brother and I are just counting down for the season to be over. I'm a huge fan of Phil Jackson. I've been a huge fan of him since the LA days. Never got to see him really much in Chicago. I was much younger. But here's the thing with Phil Jackson. I still have a lot of faith in Phil. Definitely have a lot of faith in Derek Fisher. That's not going to change my mind. But yet I'm not going to come here and not be able to, criticize him for certain things. About a month and a half ago, he came out and stated that, when he started, he basically talked about how he needs to build this team for young players, which that's exactly what I wanted, because I felt like for all the years the Knicks just, trade away their assets just to get a player to have a good season. Then he comes on about a month and a half and says, no, we got to build this team through free agency. With the draft, it's going to take forever, kind of hinting that he's kind of getting away from his style. Now he's come out and stated, this is our ticket with the NBA draft. So I got some mixed signals from him. But again, this is a position he's not very familiar with. He's always been a coach, not a team president. Do I feel like he's taken on a lot? Yes. You don't ever hear anything about a general manager. All you hear is about Phil Jackson and then, sidekick Derek Fisher. So the free agency. This is the way I think of it after, being able to see some of the games. Excuse me. I really think that, if we're able to get that ticket, the lottery ticket, the way I want to look at this is I want us to be able to pursue point guard. Not go after Okafor. Some of you guys might call me crazy, but it is what it is. I feel like, I know Greg Monroe has come out on a couple of occasions, said his interest in the New York Knicks. My brother and I were talking about maybe he can give us a verbal agreement some way, because we know the draft is right before the free agency. But if we're able to, a draft maybe a Tyus Jones from Duke, or I don't know who's another guy that kind of stands out. I know Chris Dunn from Providence also. He's a sophomore. I don't think he's going to be able to come to the draft unless he decides to. But I really like Tyus Jones for sure. That's someone I would like to see us pursuing an NBA draft. That's only if we end up getting someone like Greg Monroe. I don't think Gasol is going to come to the Knicks. I don't think Aldridge is going to be an option. I think, for us to be able to get Greg Monroe, not really spend so much money, I'm up for it. And also, guys, I don't know if you've been watching a couple of games that the last 6-7 games, Bargnani's been on fire. That's a guy where he's been putting up some points for us, and if we're able to get him maybe at a very, very low 1-year deal, that's a guy we can keep. He can definitely come off the bench. I think he'll be really good in the system. So, but again, if we end up going with, Okafor, then we're looking at a point guard position that, we've been really weak at the point guard position for quite a while. And the reason why I don't want to pursue the point guard position in the NBA draft, just for the fact that, who's available. I'm not a big fan of Rondo. I haven't been a big fan of Rondo, but, early in the season, he was my option. But now that I look at the Dallas team that I thought did fairly well before Rondo, now that Rondo stepped in, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. So if I had to choose, I would love to have the Dragon on my team. But it all depends whether he's going to stay with Miami or not. But this entire, Knicks season has been just a mess. It's left me speechless. It's left me very just full of questions. I think there's so much uncertainty with this team. We keep talking about 2015, 2016 going to be a better year, but it's just a matter of, being able to actually see it. So, guys, tell me what you think. What route should the Knicks go? Is Okafor going to be a bust? Is he not going to be a bust? Those are things to definitely look at. I don't know what the Knicks' next move are going to be. You guys leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. Should we re-sign Bargnani? Should we not? So definitely, these are some New York Knicks questions that I have. That's a little quick update for you guys. That's something I had on my mind today. So I want to know what you guys think, what moves we should do, and kind of go from there. Believe it or not, I mean, who else should we keep on this team? Should it be, Jason Smith, where, I've been biting my tongue with that guy, but he's done decent, And then should we bring Shvet back? That's a guy we signed for, quite a while, and then he ended up getting injured. That's another question. Paul Millsap, he's going to be a free agent. That's a guy we had interest in. He just got injured for the Atlanta Hawks, which, I'm really pulling for the Hawks just because, they've always had a mediocre franchise, never been able to win. I hate for them to have another good season, go into the playoffs and not be able to do anything. That just sets off wrong signals with the fans. And I just really think it's a pretty decent basketball town. I know they have some fair weather fans there because I spent some time there and I know exactly how it works. But I definitely would like them to do well. So what happened with the Knicks and Paul Millsap? How healthy is he going to be going to next season? So those are a lot of questions circulating the team. Again, guys, comment, subscribe. We definitely love to hear from you guys, and see you guys next time.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next